From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big morning of Mornings LALATE, direct from Santa Monica, live on air as your recon procedural has passed. Done deal. I told you it was going to pass, and it passed in less than 24 hours. Away we go in the exciting great news of your Fourth Stimulus Check Update of 2021, starting right now. In this Fourth Stimulus Check Update 2021, we go over why the recon procedural passed exactly when I said it would, and exactly in the rate of speed in which I said it would happen. It passed overnight, and if you're a member and a part of the LALATE alerts, you got it as the announcement happened. Delivered daily to viewers across the board, the LALATE alerts broke the breaking news that the recon procedural passed. And so now the next question is, what's next? We go over to then recon substantive. And away we go. $3.5 trillion of checks are now confirmed coming to the American people, the biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel. Congratulations. Then we cut to fifth stimulus, and then we cut to the big money that viewers continue to get. In this big morning's broadcast, we'll see that and more. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, and the coffee's brewing, and your recon procedural has passed. And this is a beautiful Mornings LALATE. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful day and hope the weather is good where you are. It is spectacular here live in Santa Monica as the breaking news was delivered to you and certainly the LALATE alert viewers late yesterday. Your recon procedure bill has passed. $3.5 trillion are now confirmed coming to the American people. The biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel. Congratulations. It was a quick vote in less than 24 hours, exactly as I had reported to you over the last few weeks. Number one, people said that no one was going to do anything to October. Untrue. People said that they weren't going to be coming back into town until October. Untrue. They were trying to tell you that there was not going to be a vote this week. Untrue. The voting started on Monday. I told you exactly the date and time it was going to start. And in this recording, we'll go over all the incredible news, and then we cut to your Fourth Stimulus Check Update of 2021, why the Democrats are likely to give you more months of checks. We cut to the big money that is in that Fourth Stimulus recon and the big exciting details of Fifth Stimulus as well. Meantime, if you've not signed up for the new LALATE alerts, you gotta do so, because guess what? The LALATE alerts was the first to break the news to you late yesterday. That's at news.lalate.com/alerts. It's free, 100% free. It's in the description to this video and at the top of the chat. It sends you to the website at LALATE where you put in your name and email address, then look for the confirmation email. Viewers are now telling me that some confirmation emails for Gmail users are in the folder called Promotions. Wow. So look in that Promotions folder. It may be there. Otherwise, look in the spam folder for this email. Click the blue button. You must click the blue button. You're then confirmed and you get alert about today's video like this one. And away we go. So welcome and congratulations. And this is LALATE, America's only 24-hour day, 7 days a week, financial news channel in America, live in the morning, taped in the afternoons. And subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Coming up next is Mornings Crypto live on air at 9:45, then noontime at 11 a.m., then afternoons LALATE today as well. One programming note, the afternoons LALATE 3 o'clock show, because of an outage, gets split into two videos. So the afternoons LALATE show at 3 o'clock will go from 3 to 3:30, and then the second half will go from 3:30 to 3:45. So there'll be two parts of that show because of an outage. One video will take you in the next. You don't have to lift a finger, sort of like Chuck Schumer. Let's get into those monthly stimulus checks. House versus Senate, Senate versus House. More Democrats want you to have those stimulus checks. Let's compare who wants what and how they want it to happen. Warren, Sanders, and Wyden want you to have a monthly stimulus check, but they don't say the amount. That's monthly, but they don't say the amount. Then we have AOC and Omar wanting you to have a monthly stimulus check, $2,000. Deliciousness. Then we have the House bill, $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter. we have the House Ways and Means saying that they're going to be including it in the fourth stimulus package, which they're writing, and they say they're giving you a fifth stimulus check next year. Finally, we have the American petition where nearly 4 million Americans have asked for a $2,000 monthly stimulus check. But the talk of the town, the massive discussion that everyone is talking about is that House bill, which is pandemic plus 1 year, which would be at least 12 checks, which would be at least $13,000. And with that, I think you have an opinion. Vote House or Senate, House or Senate, and tell me where you're tuning in from and how the weather is this beautiful morning live with you. Senate versus House. Who gets his fourth stimulus check? You do. Democrats represent that. If you got a third stimulus check, you get a fourth. Single individual, $75,000 or less. Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 or less. Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check. Double it. Family of four, Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check. Quadruple it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check. It's not income. It's not taxable, and it is the same amount for everyone, including adult dependents and even lobsters. The fourth stimulus check is not a waivable check. So if you do go to the casino tonight and see the check stumbling out after having too many ice creams, don't waive the check. Hello, LA. It's a check. I see too many of you. I see two of you, LA. That's fine if you see two of me, Mr. Check, so long as I see you reoccurring. And there you go. In the second half of this video, we go to the deal. Done. $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to you. Boy, what a week it has been. Viewers, some naysayers were trying to tell you that they weren't going to do anything Congress until September. Untrue. They said they weren't going to come back until September. Untrue. Then naysayers were trying to tell you there wasn't any vote this week. Untrue. Oh boy. So what's your next try, naysayer? Because you've been 0 for 4 this week. Let's go to that in the second half of this video. Then we cut to fifth stimulus. And also the exciting third part of this video, which is recon subsidy. What happens now next? I'll go over all the details, and it starts today. Oh boy. But get a pen and paper ready, because we're going to get some money for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and homeowners assistance. And this is third stimulus. If you had a success story, send it to me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or anything else. Social media at LALATE. Private message, and wow, look at this success story, which came in overnight, a new one. Johnny, a member and a viewer, a subscriber to this channel, got $10,000 for his EIDO approved this week. Then got his $1,800 check back from IRS for the unemployment benefits. $1,800, great number. Then got $9,000 of utilities and $21,000 for rent. Wow, great news. Let's cut to that rent money the viewers are getting. And the number that a lot of viewers are getting is over $20,000. That is the latest viewer that has gotten over $20,000 for rent. Let's look at the numbers. Bam. Purple Hawk Elizabeth getting $27,000. Are you a Purple Hawk? Subscribe, become a member right now. It's underneath the video. Elizabeth the Purple Hawk getting $27,000. Mark, $25,000. Nancy, $24,000. Richard, $22,000. Nisi, $20,000. And yes, Johnny overnight getting $21,000. Cecilia tells me she got a heap. She got $1,200 of heap. Wow, Cecilia, great job. That is a heap. So how much are people getting for utilities? Well, Johnny overnight, he got $9,000 for utilities. Bam. Yeah, Johnny's getting a lot compared to viewers. So Nancy got $7,000, Mark got $6,500, and Angela. I love Johnny's confirmation overnight in social media to me, because you see how viewers are getting bigger numbers every week. And let's turn to Snap. Snap is money for food. How much is viewers getting for Snap? Well, let's go over all the details, and bam, Louie getting $18,000, John $10,000 to $12,000, and Nancy $5,000. Robert yesterday tells me, thank you, LA. I want to thank you because I got approved for $18,000 for rent, $16,000 for Snap, and $7,000 for utilities. Keep up your wonderful job. You're doing great jobs, stuff for people. God bless you. I'm a member, and I go by Dread. So there's Robert. He got $16,000 for Snap. That's a lot, Robert. Great job. And then the triple crown. Wow. Nancy getting 3 items, rent, utilities, and Snap, $32,000. Nisi, $23,000 with 3 items. And Mark getting $32,000 with, how did Mark get on my graphic about 3 items? Mark, this is a graphic about 3 items. You only got 2. Mark got 2 at $32,000. So let me tell you the wonderful part of Mark's story. Wow. There's 3 great parts to Mark's story. Number 1, he got 2 items of $32,000. So for 5 days on camera, I said to Mark, go get Snap. It's a SNAP because you had not gotten it, Mark. And the first part of his story is within 5 days he got SNAP. Wow. Purple power, pushing, picking up the phone and doing it within 5 days. Incredible. Second part of his story, which is incredible, is that he told his neighbor about me. And his neighbor went from zero to $20,000 of rent in 5 days. Oh my goodness. And finally, Mark got SNAP. How much do you think Mark got? He got $19,000 to SNAP, bringing his grand total to $50,500. And this is what this channel does. And if you think that ceiling is the limit, it's not, with Lorraine getting over $105,000 from this channel. And this is LALATE. This is what we've been doing since day one. In spring of last year, people had applied for the EIDL loan and their applications were not getting approved. I called it the 330, the 331, and the 48 vortex. Bombshell, on camera, I showed them how to get their applications approved out of lock mode into approved mode. Doing about 10 applications approval a day at $150,000 a pop. $25 million of EIDL loans I got approved as people went from unapproved to approved, saving their homes, their employees' homes, and their businesses. But in fall of 2020, it was sort of like now. December. No second stimulus check coming. You needed money, so I stepped forward and I got viewers $250,000 of rent, like Tyrone and his family of four, getting $16,000 of rent from December to the spring. Now you're doing the numbers even bigger and bolder than before. So get a pen and paper ready right now because I'm going to show you how to get this money for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and homeowners assistance under third stimulus. This money is absolutely incredible. And if you have a success story, send it to me as well. The first thing I want to show you is number one. I'm going to show you 6 places to reach out to. So if you reach out to one, don't stop because each place has different eligibility. If one says no, don't stop, reach out to the next. They have different eligibility. Number 2, they have different pots of money. So who cares if the first one says no? Number 3, it's important to know that every state has the same amount of money. The money was given to every state based upon the number of residents in that state. However, if you're in a town that's only 100 people, you need to go up to the county or to the state level. Also, listen to the keywords I'm about to say. Viewers say it really helps to get them approved. And finally, do not insert disqualification ideas in your head. They don't give money to people who have surfboards behind them. Untrue. So here we go. We're going to reach out to your city hall, your city housing authority, your county hall, your county housing authority, your state hall, your state housing authority. And the keywords are going to say are rent assistance because of COVID, rent or mortgage or utility assistance because of COVID. There you go. You don't say words they don't know, like stimulus or Mitchatini. Mitchatini? Is that what I think it is? Yes. I don't want to know that. And congratulations, got rent and utilities as well. Post in the live chat right now. Mark, Todd, and Linda got it as well. Let's turn now to SNAP. SNAP is a fortune. SNAP is a snap to get. You get it from Department of Agriculture. It's money for your food. And Todd got the money. Mark got $19,000. We have Louie who got $18,000. Lingland got it for herself, her son, and her mom. And Gail got as well. How much does it pay? A fortune. A family of 4 out of Hawaii gets upwards of $16,000 a year. But you see how the viewers just overnight, like Johnny, got money for this, and Robert getting over $16,000 of SNAP 2 days ago. Boy. But if you heard the great, exciting bombshell of news last Monday, is the following. SNAP is going up automatically. The Department of Agriculture made the announcement, I delivered it live on air, that everyone's SNAP benefits in every state nationwide will go up automatically, an average of 25% lifetime in October. Wow. Incredible, great news. And if you got SNAP, post in the live chat right now. Let's turn to that return of that unemployment benefits due to computer error and your state's across the board. This is the check that's coming back from your states due to computer error and unemployment benefits. And that is because the states have been not upgrading their computer systems. They're still running Windows 20, the 1920s versions of Windows, where the keyboard was made out of wood. They think they're really sophisticated because the previous version they upgraded from was Windows 10, the 1910 version where the keyboard was made out of stone. So, hey, reach out just and get that money. And one viewer got $3,000 from this, another viewer got $5,000. The last part of the money is the refund check coming back from IRS. That is the check on that taxes of that 2020 unemployment benefits. And yes, Johnny reveals he got $1,800 for this. Dottie yesterday tells me, thank you, LA. I received $10,000 for rent, and tell viewers it's from Rampa, Mississippi. If you have success stories, send it as well. And this money, Margaret got it, Cod got it, and Michael got it. It's landing by direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. One viewer Mark got $1,400. The average payout is about $1,200. But one viewer over the weekend reveals to me she got $2,000. More about that in a second. But here's a personal message from me to you. If you're on the live chat and you've not posted success stories for rent utilities, please do it, because this is what this channel is about, me helping you and you helping others. When you post your success stories, you inspire other people to pick up the phone and call and get these sums of money. Number one, people never realize the sums of money are this big. Number two, a lot of people just need the motivation to pick up the phone. And now they say, you know what, I'm picking up the phone. Enough is enough. People are getting these sums of money all over the place on this channel. I'm going to get the money right now. People never knew the utilities were this big, and now people are getting more money. You notice how I just showed you how Johnny got even more money on utilities than we saw a few days ago? The numbers keep on growing day after day from viewers pouncing as purple hawks. And then a lot of people never heard of Snap till they found this channel. Larry Maui, a member, had never heard of Snap, and now he's getting $500 a lifetime because of this channel. And finally, viewers like Art Sullivan and Nisi got 3 items, inspiring all of us to get the remainder of those items across the board. So let's go to the exciting, great details, back to those unemployment benefits. Where are they landing? Direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. Can you track it? Yeah, 70% of the time you can. Go to iris.gov and do a transcript search. And it'll reveal the taxes you filed and the tax return you paid and the refund check you're getting. And then 70% of the time it'll reveal stuff you wish you'd never seen, like the ingredient list to Michatini. Oh, I don't want to see that. Can't wait to top that. Yes, as we go into the second part of your fourth stimulus check update of 2021, starting right now, deal done. Oh boy, that feels so good to say. But I've been saying over the last 2 weeks, and what happened? Well, over the last 2 weeks, I have been telling you that the recon procedure will pass in a blink of an eye because the Democrat caucus had met before they started the whole process, agreed upon the price tag and agreed upon the committees to get the money. And so that the vote was going to be basically a ceremonial vote, would take a blink of the eye. And that's exactly what happened. I had told you that the House is coming back in session and voting on it on August 23rd, starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They did, and they finished yesterday within less than 24 hours. Done deal. Throughout that entire process, we had to deal with so many naysayers that were saying no one's coming back until October, September. Untrue. No one is voting until September. Untrue. No one's voting this week. Untrue. Nothing's going to be passed this week. Untrue. So the naysayers are going to have to go back to their pen and paper and come up with another new fake narrative. Go try. So what does this mean for us? It means that it's now confirmed that $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to you and the American people under the fourth stimulus recon. Only thing that remains to be done is recon substantive, which determines how to spend the money in the committees that have been given these pots of money. And away we go. Recon 1, this big. 2, this big. 3, this big. Recon 4, this big. Now it's all checks for you, while the previous stimulus packages were nearly 80%, 90% for corporations. There's a lot of room to put stimulus checks in there on top of this, and boy, this is all exciting, great news. How do we get to the spot? By taking the roads and bridges out of the recon. I have been reporting, and that's what a conservative publication confirmed in its own reporting. The higher the price tag number was on the recon bill before, the harder it was to pass. There you go. There's the confirmation. By allowing the Democrats to take out some of the spending from the recon, roads and bridges put in the bipartisan, the overall price tag of the recon bill got smaller, of course. In other words, the bipartisan deal made the recon passable. And now the recon procedural has passed. So how do we get to the spot? I had told you over the last 2 weeks that they had already agreed upon the recon procedural before they started. I said, you're only going to hear this on this channel, that the president had met with not just senators, but also House members over the weeks before starting the recon to say, let's agree upon a price tag. And they had agreed upon the price tag of $3.5 trillion. That the vote this week was simply ceremonial for something that they had already agreed upon and agreed to do. And that's why Representative Ilhan Omar and Representative Richie Torres, both Democrats, both progressives, had said before the $3.5 trillion, we got to have a larger recon. We have to have a recon that goes as big as bold as we want it. They got it, and that's why that vote passed with flying colors overnight. The president had said once he agreed upon the $3.5 trillion price tag several weeks ago, protect my recon. because everything in that recon is checks for the American people. And that the White House considers the progressive priorities in there, the White House's priorities. It says Schatz and Jalopal, Democrats and progressives. And now that protection has worked as the tow truck has passed finally over the finish line. Yes. Now time to go back and get the tow hitch, the recon substantive. The tow truck, the recon procedural, has finally passed over the finish line. Oh my goodness. So let's go over what a recon is. Let's go over what a bipartisan is. Let's go over a recon procedural and a recon substantive. Recon procedural is now done. So let's go over all the details starting right now. What's a recon? What is a bipartisan? Let's go over one step at a time. First, with understanding the two-path process. The two-path process starts with understanding that the recon is your money, also called reconciliation, also called the budget bill, also called the Democratic spending plan or the progressive social reform plan, price tag 3.5 trillion. Bipartisan, not your money. This is the roads and bridges. This is infrastructure, price tag 1.5 trillion. So what was recon procedural? Recon procedural was a ceremonial vote, which I had told you over the last 2 weeks, and would pass in a blink of an eye. It is now passed. Tow truck has passed over the finish line. It only asked two very basic questions. Price tag, 3.5 trillion. What they had already agreed upon before they started the process. Obviously, they're going to approve this. And that committees were going to give it $10, $20. They already agreed upon this before they started the process. So now with the recon procedural passed, all is left is determining how the committees that are given $10 or $20 are to spend the money. The recon is a done deal for structure. All that is left is who is going to get the money. And away we go. How do we get to this wonderful spot? From Jalopal, who recently wrote Schumer letter saying Chuck called the vote on the recon. That letter was signed by 12 House Democrats, part of 100 plus, who recently said we're going to be putting monthly forced stimulus checks in that $3.5 trillion recon. And can we top that? Yes. As several members of the House Ways and Means Subcommittee recently wrote the president a letter saying, we're going to be putting monthly fourth stimulus checks in that fourth stimulus recon. Wow. Is that the same group that we talked about in the opening of this video? It is. Now, remember, House Ways and Means say they're going to give you a monthly fourth stimulus checks on the fourth stimulus recon. You got to push purple power because now is when they're writing the recon substantive. We also have AOC and Omar saying monthly 2,000. We have Wyden and Sanders and Warren. And we have the stimulus check provisions of the House bill. So you have to push purple power to make sure they get this done the right way. Can we top that? Yes. As Biden did it about 8 weeks ago. He had a ceremonial signature overseas, but he did the real one back in the States. It's for something called the global minimum corporate tax rate. Nothing you need to know about, except that it's not on the recon. Now, easier to write the recon substantive, easier to call the vote on the recon substantive, and easier to pass the recon substantive. And there we go. Can we top that? Yes. As we go into the final 15 minutes of this video, we go over all the incredible great news. Now that the tow truck has passed over the finish line, what's with the tow hitch? It starts today. In fact, it doesn't start today. It's already been going on, but it continues today. I have all the incredible great news, and I'm so excited for you. Then we got to fist stimulus and more. But first, here's a personal message. If you've gotten one item from this channel over the last year, $100 for rent, $100 for utilities, $100 for gas or water, you are ready under forced stimulus. But if you haven't, pick up the phone today. City Hall, City House Authority. County Hall, County House Authority. State Hall, State House Authority. Rent assistance, utility assistance, mortgage assistance because of COVID. Say those keywords and get those sums of money. Just at least one, because if you do, you're ready under forced stimulus. And then if you can't get the remainder of the items, reach out to the volunteers. Where are they? In the description to this video. Go down, you'll see an emoji of a house. Click that link and it'll send you over to the community page. The community page is also listed in the bottom of every LALATE alert you receive. There's a quick, helpful list of items under the community on every alert you receive from this channel. Here's a little bit about the community page, and I'll go over the second. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds with the final 15 minutes of this exciting, great day of Mornings LA. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now on Mornings LA live from Santa Monica as the excitement and congratulations continue as your tow truck has passed over the finish line. Away we go. Recon procedural passed in flying colors in less than 24 hours. I'll have all the details of what happened and why this $3.5 trillion of checks coming to you and the American people is the biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel and why it's so exciting. We'll go over what's next and what is happening with Recon Substantive. Then we get ready for the massive payouts that viewers are going to get, and we're going to go over why Purple Hawks, members of this channel, are going to be ready to do a spike serve and get it done and get these big sums of money. We go over that secret meeting from the president on Saturday and Sunday and what this means for you under fifth stimulus as well. A lot of incredible great details, and it always starts right now as we go into a second half of Mornings LALATE. And how are you? Subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. The link's under the video, pinned comment. Meantime, if you've not signed up for LALATE alerts, please do so. It's captivating a country. No one has seen anything like this. The first alert system from a news organization rolled out in less than 24 hours, and thousands have signed up. If you've not done the confirmation, watch for the confirmation email. It may be in your spam folder or in the promotions folder if you're a Gmail user. And once you confirm, it'll say thank you, and you'll start receiving confirmation emails. You'll start seeing alerts like this. And with that, let's go into the exciting details of fifth stimulus starting right now. Fifth stimulus is the latest stimulus package that the Democrats want to take care of for you in September. And this is the SSI reform. This raises your benefits up if you're on SSI, SSDI, and other benefits. They propose to do this drafting in September, get it to bill form by November, vote in November, and then potentially hit your bank account thereafter. Step one, raise your benefits up, then remove the asset limit, add an inflationary benchmark, remove the income exclusion, and remove the marriage penalty. Let's go over who this is for, starting right now. It's for you if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, SSA, or multiple beneficiaries. Step one is they're going to raise your benefits up a lifetime. Then they're going to apply a new benchmark. That new benchmark is inflation. That inflation rate is transitory. And what does that mean? It means it's going to reach a temporary spike in about December. Oh my goodness, that's exactly when they apply our benchmark for the new benefits next year. So let's go over all the analysis. I say the inflationary rate may hit about 5% in December. So first step, they raise your benefits up lifetime. Then they apply the inflationary benchmark. If it's 5%, your benefits will go up another 5%. Not next year, but lifetime. Because once your benefits go up, they never go down. Then they're going to remove the asset cap. Dating back to a 1980s law, this is you can have more than $3,000 in hand. Now you'll be able to have some muddled. Did you call this muddled? How dare you? That could allow you to have some stimulus checks in your hand and also some purple. They're going to remove the income cap dating back to a 1960s law. This is you can't work and stay on benefits. And finally, the marriage penalty is going to go away. And you'll be able to do a pair dance at your own wedding like Rob and Sandy. And your benefits will no longer be canceled. And if they were, they'll be restored. Meantime, will there be a fifth stimulus check? The Democrats, members of that House Ways and Means Committee represent there will be. And finally, if you're in the live chat and you've not become a member, a Purple Hawk, what are you doing? Purple Hawks are cleaning up because they are the most informed and most educated group of the viewers. The link is under the video. to become a member. As a member, I deliver daily from me to you as members, as Purple Hawks, Purple Power, or Casino VIP, the breakdown of all the big money under first stimulus, second stimulus, and third stimulus. I launched Purple Hawks in January this year because there was a $1,400 stimulus check. And as a $1,400 stimulus check, I said, sure, but I don't want you to focus on that. I can get you $14,000 that is in this third stimulus package for you. And Purple Hawks immediately started to pounce, not getting $14,000, but $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 from this channel. Purple Hawks have now understood that the big sums of money that are available for you this week, this day, is from third stimulus. Pick up the phone as a Purple Hawk and get that big sum of money, whether it's rent, utilities, food, or internet. And as a Purple Hawk, they are really doing well. So consider becoming a member. The link is under the video. And away we go as we go into the third and final 15 minutes of this video, starting right now. Deal done. Boy, that feels good to say. Over the last 2 weeks, I have been saying deal done. And I always had to explain myself. How can I say deal done for the recon procedural if it had not been voted on it? Because I had told you that before they started the recon procedural, the Democrats on the Senate and the House and the presidency had met before they started the recon, saying, do you agree upon $3.5 trillion as the price tag? We do. And do you agree to pass the recon? We do. And do you agree to give the certain amount to this committee and that committee? I do. So the vote was merely ceremonial. And oh, it feels so good. Your tow truck has now passed over the finish line. Over the last 3 weeks, we had to battle a lot of naysayers who said there was no vote until September. Untrue. That there was going to be no vote this week. Untrue. I had told you that Steny Hoyer, your majority leader, had actually sent out an alert. And his alert was House members are ordered back into session this last Monday. And that alert said we start voting at 6 p.m. I showed you the alert on air, and I said the voting started at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. And I told you the voting would continue on Tuesday and would likely finish on Tuesday. It finished in the middle of Tuesday. And as soon as the voting passed, LALATE alerts went out to the free alert subscribers, and you knew that the recon procedural had passed. What a wonderful feeling. And what a great feeling to disprove all those naysayers that wanted to tell you everything else wrong. So let's go now to the next step. Now that recon procedural has passed, what is next? Obviously, recon substantive. Recon substantive now takes us to the next step where the money is in the committees and the only issue remaining is how to spend the money. Let's make that even clearer. Number one, there's going to be a recon. Number two, there's going to be a recon that's sending out $3.5 trillion of checks to you. Yes. Number four, that recon of $3.5 trillion of checks, how it's spending the money, is still of a device that they need to finish, and it's called recon substantive. What's important to understand is that this is the tow hitch. The tow truck is going back and picking up the tow hitch and determining how to spend the money. If you've been with this channel since day one, when we talk about recon, we always talk about spending money. And that money has a lot of space to put stimulus checks in there. And the push is underway to put those stimulus checks in there. But what is confirmed at the moment is all checks for you where you pick up the phone and call and get that money, whether it's PEPT or PPP or EIDL or PUA. Let's go over some of those details starting right now. IRS, for example, would never send out a check for your dental or send out a check for your rent or send out a check for your vision. But that is some of the incredible details that are in that recon procedure, recon substantive. We do not have the bill yet, but we have some of the proposal, and I'll show you what the president said about this as well in a secret meeting. So here are some of the items proposed for recon substantive. Free school meals for all, checks. Cheaper prescription medication, checks. Then we have checks for free internet. We have checks for workers, lots of checks for workers like independent contractors, and checks for seniors like lowering the Medicare expansion, eligibility age, checks for dental, checks for vision, and checks for hearing care. I love the Purple Hawks. Daily, I'm getting messages from people saying, how do I apply for it? Not law yet, not law yet, not law yet, but I love that you're ready to pounce. Stay with this channel and subscribe so you are with me, so as soon as it becomes law, you're ready to pounce as a Purple Hawk. So, what did the President of the United States say in that secret meeting about these provisions? He said it is the third one, the cheaper prescription medication, that you really need to talk about this, Democrats, to the American people, because this one is very digestible. People love this one. Why? Because it automatically impacts your bank account the next day. Here's an example. You go to the pharmacist on Monday to buy a particular medication, and it may cost you $50. This becomes law on Tuesday, and you go back to refill a week later, and then suddenly it's potentially $10. Immediately you save $40. Why is this the case? Under the cheaper prescription medication that's proposed, what they're saying is, hey, the federal government has preferred rates with the pharmaceutical companies for things like Medicare. And what we're going to do is we're going to slash those rates. So overnight, you would pay less. You would see that immediate bank account effect in your pocketbook the next day. Incredible, great news. Let's go now to Recon Substantive. Recon Substantive is at this point discussing now how to spend the money. They have the money, $10 in this committee, $20 in that committee. How are the committees spending the money? So let's recap. Recon procedural, law, done. Price tag, $3.5 trillion, done. Recon going to happen, done. Committees getting $10, $20, done. So the next question is, how does the committee spend the money? Now, this is an important issue, Purple Hawks. This is very important. This is not a time to be a donut person, because with $3.5 trillion of money dispersed, you have to push to ensure they spend the money the right way. And that's why I bought back Seats for Stimulus, the social media campaign from this channel from 2020, which basically says to the House committees, spend the money the right way. 6 House seats are up for grabs in the next few days. Those 6 House seats can go Republican, they can go Democratic, and can change the whole balance of power. So Seats for Stimulus basically says, spend the money the right way or I'm taking your seat. It's important that they spend the money the right way. And spending the money the right way is an example of, let's say, don't spend all the money on the farmers, spend the money proportionally this way and that way. And while they promise to give you certain things, you need to push Purple Power to ensure they fulfill their promises. Next, let's go over the nuances of the Recon Substantive. So, and let's go over also the dates. So Recon Substantive, it mirrors how we've done stimulus packages in the past. First, second, and third. If you wanted to increase your PPP under the third stimulus package, you had to pick up the phone. If you wanted a PPP under the first or second, you had to pick up the phone. PUA, you had to pick up the phone. EIDL, you had to go to a website. It was always like that. You always had to pick up the phone and call or do something. What's going on in Recon number 4 is that there's $3.5 trillion of checks, but the checks aren't coming all from IRS. The checks are in committees. For example, viewers that have already sent me messages saying, I want that dental money. Well, IRS ain't going to send out dental money. It's going to be a division of the government that's going to handle the dental money, and they're going to send out the money to you. You're going to reach out to them, and you're going to say, hey, I want that dental money, and they're going to give it to you. Or the rent, or the utilities, or the vision, or the seniors' money, or the workers' money. You're going to have to pick up the phone and call. And that's why, if you're a Purple Hawk, if you have picked $1, if you've gotten $1 from this channel by picking up the phone and calling, you're going to be really in a great space for stimulus. Now, let's go over the writing of the for stimulus, and let me go back to something that happened last night. Last night, I had an impromptu Q&A, question and answer, live on air, direct from Malibu, in front of the water. And one of the questions, someone said, do I qualify for things? And I said, yeah, unless you make 6 figures or a lot more than that, you're going to qualify for these things. And we've done this on this channel. It was a hard sell back in January. I had to say to people, you qualify for this rent, utilities, mortgage assistance. You qualify for these things. Pick up the phone. And now you see people getting $50,000, $40,000, $30,000. We've gotten over that hurdle from understanding you qualify. The only time in which you think you may not qualify is if you make too much money. All right, let's go over the next item, which is the Recon Substantive. They have been writing the Recon Substantive, the tow hitch, over the last few weeks. They are continuing to write the Recon Substantive today. So what are they doing today? What are they doing this week? They're writing the Recon Substantive. This is a critical time, Purple Power. This is when you want to pounce. This is where you want to push Purple Power on social media, saying, spend the money the right way. This is when they're writing. This is when they're writing. They see your tweets. They hear your phone call. You pick up the phone. You call them and say, spend the money this way. You got the $3.5 trillion approved. Now spend the money this way. Make your message loud and clear. Number 1, they are in town. Number 2, they're working. Number 3, the subcommittees are working on this legislation. And finally, two personal messages. Number one, I don't want anyone anywhere to post any dates on this channel because 99.99% of the time, the dates are 100% incorrect, and it doesn't help anyone. Over the last week, we've had people post dates about there's not anything happening until September 27th. Recon procedural passed yesterday. They're not voting on anything till October, till January, to November 2025. It doesn't help anyone to keep on posting dates in the comments or the chat. So please don't do that. Finally, the incredible success story of the LALATE alerts. It's times like yesterday that you want to be part of the LALATE alerts. Even though there's, over a dozen videos on this channel per day, sometimes things happen between videos. And that is why the LALATE alerts did what it did yesterday. As soon as the news came in that the recon procedural passed, immediate alert went out that said the details, and away we go into recon substantive. To get those LALATE alerts, it's totally free. It's at news.lalate.com/alerts. There's nothing like this in the entire news industry. Thousands and thousands of you have already signed up. When you go to the LALATE website, it asks you to put your name and email address in there. It's at news.lalate.com/alerts. The link is in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. Then you're going to look for a confirmation email. If you don't see it in the in folder, look in your spam folder. Then Gmail viewers say it may be in the promotions folder. When you find it, click the blue button. Click the blue button. It says click me. Do not respond to the email. Say, I love you. I'm going to send you some $12 ice cream. No, click the blue button. And then it'll say, thank you. Congratulations, you're now signed up for LA Alerts. And you'll get an alert like this for noontime, which is coming up at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on this channel. Meantime, programming note, as detailed earlier today, the afternoon's LA 3 o'clock show, the 3 o'clock one, it had a problem in which it got split because of an outage, power outage. So what's going to happen is you're going to see a video from 3 o'clock to 3:20 and another half of the video from 3:20 to 3:45. Pretty easy. So just come in at 3 o'clock and then get ready to just be sent into the next video 10 minutes after that. It's just a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. And with that, so much great news. And I want you to subscribe. 400,000 subscribers with YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a beautiful morning, and stay with LALATE for more.